When it comes to commercial insurances, hospital organizations, they are able to retrieve significant multiples of reimbursement compared to a private practice physical therapy. And there are websites where you can go, because this is now public information, where you can go and see their reimbursement per CPT code. Let's say a visit on a patient where a private practitioner receives $85. For that same visit, a hospital organization will receive more than $300. This is not only limited to commercial carriers. It extends also to Medicaid and Medicare Advantage. Not the straight Medicaid, not the straight Medicare, because the Advantage plans, they have also 3 or 4 times greater reimbursement with hospitals. So what happens now is large organizations in private practice who own 500 facilities, 600 facilities, 1,000 facilities, in various regions, they collaborate with hospitals, so the hospital rates extend to those private practice organizations. And they are able to have those significant rates. And then we have competition for the small private practitioners, small business physical therapists. We have competition not only by the hospital itself, but also by those larger organizations that now their reimbursement increases significantly, and they can compete for the same physical therapy talent, but paying them a lot more because they can afford to do that.
It's interesting to me that these groups are actually getting increased reimbursement, because that shows that there's a battle that's being won, of course, by the bigger companies, but they are winning. It really kills that individual who just dreams of hanging their shingle one day and having their own practice. The only positive I really hear from that is, well, at least some groups are able to get with insurance companies and fight. It just puts us in a position of like, well, how do we do that? Do you have thoughts on how we as a group?
There are 3 things that somebody can do to increase their bottom line. They cut expenses, and they can increase revenue from their existing business, and they can add additional revenue from related businesses that can be incorporated within their organizations.
Yes.
Now, the very first thing, cutting expenses, is probably the easiest thing that somebody can do with only short-term result and low yield. Because what are you going to cut? Can you cut your rent or mortgage? No, because that is what you pay. You probably have a lease. You probably have a mortgage. It is what it is, right? At the end of the day, you have to have the space to see your patients. Are you going to cut salaries? How are you going to compete in the marketplace if you cut salaries? You're not going to be able to.
No.
Is it possible for you to try to negotiate somehow a lower amount for your ultrasound gel, the towels that you use in your office? Fantastic. You did it. You saved $55 a month. Great win. Let's go have a beer.
Right.
So it's a low yield type of activity to decrease expense. Now let's look at increasing income. Increasing income from your specific service line of physical therapy can be done by negotiating rates with insurance carriers. You may be able to join some IPA and join forces with other physical therapists, and can go and try to negotiate those rates to a relative success on your region. You try to go cash. Also, in some cases where you can manage to get some reimbursements directly from patients. Or then you add the services that where you are able to receive much higher reimbursements, and those services can be a variety. You can have some cash-based services where they're unique in nature, where no other therapists offer those services around you, where you have an incredible marketing plan and approach, where you are able to recruit patients who are willing to pay $150 or $200 for that. Or you add reimbursable services by insurance company that have a multiple of what you pay for PT, such as diagnostic testing, EMG, ultrasound, pay 3 to 10 times more than what PTV is. And this is pretty much the math